So I just want to do a quick video here. You can see how the water level has continued to go up here to now it's at 32 feet. It's only forecasted to get to 26 feet. Some of this is the downstream water. Some of this is actually the rain they've had that's fallen from Bertha. That's actually pushed this up a little higher, only 2 feet higher. But that 2 foot does make a difference on these floods and information. So you can see that one there is getting higher. You know, they're forecasting this is actually forecasted higher than it was yesterday. It doesn't take much more than an inch or two of rain to really affect when you got major flooding going on. This gauge hasn't changed much. They've actually increased this one 3 foot overall, but it hasn't started climbing yet. So downstream areas, you're going to get flooded here towards Corpus Christi. The biggest thing is, like, if you're in this area here, you got flooding. You'll be coming down if you're near a river at all in there. You're going to see river and flooding, stuff like that. So the big thing is, yeah, the downstream areas are going to flood here. The fortunate and the real blessing is that Bertha did not have a lot of moisture, because if we would have gotten 10 to 15 inches of rain in this area, we would have seen crests. You know, we only got like an inch, 2 inches in some spots, some areas a little bit heavier, 3 to 4, but that was enough to bring up the rivers another, you know, every inch of rain is basically bringing up the rivers another 1 foot of river rise, because of all the water that's coming down now. So if we would have had 10 inches of rain, we would have had 10-foot rise on top of the existing forecast and existing levels of 30 foot. We would have had 40 feet of water in these rivers, which is really a concern. But fortunately, the storm just fell apart, which is truly a blessing. But it's why you got to pay attention with weather. You got to be alert. You got to stay up to date on this stuff. Check in daily. Check your forecast. If you're downstream here, you know, they are forecasting more rain by next Tuesday in this area. So if there is going to be more rain in this area here next Tuesday, you're still got to be alert for flooding, because if there is rain upstream or downstream, that can affect these water levels and that can push them higher than what they are now. You're not out of the woods yet on this down here. It's southeast Texas. You got to be prepared. You got to have a plan. You got to be watching these forecasts, checking daily, and have multiple ways to get alerts, because if these rivers start to come up higher than they're at now, which is major flood stage, 32 feet of water, it's going to have significant impacts. So it's, until this water makes its way out to the Gulf, it's not over yet, and it's a long duration event. So be prepared. Thoughts and prayers. Have a good weekend.